because this is what something we need to deal with. Okay, now like for this options, okay, I'm going to fetch out a keyword that is recommend from that particular option. Okay, now how we are going to write the DAX on that, I'll be showing you that. So I'll just quickly click on new measure. ओके अब ये एक डैक्स है जो कि स्ट्रिंग बेस्ड डैक्स है. ओके, वी यूज फॉर द स्ट्रिंग्स, दिस पर्टिकुलर डैक्स वी यूज इट फॉर द
Ma'am,
स्ट्रिंग.
your screen is not visible, I think.
Sorry, I did not share it. Just a moment. Okay, I'll quickly share my screen. Okay, I hope so it's visible now. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
yeah, so we are going to write a DAX over here where we want to pull out only recommend kind of count. Okay, so I'll just give a name to my DAX, like for example, I'll put recommend. Okay, for the recommend count what I'm going to do, see the DAX how it's working. Okay, so सबसे पहले मुझे ये DAX में मुझे डेटा नहीं चाहिए, मुझे कार्ड पे विजुअल पे कार्ड पे लाने के लिए I just want a count for that. Okay, so whenever you want to display a count on a particular measure, a count on a particular like card, ठीक है, तो उसके लिए ये DAX होता है count rows. Okay, so in that I'm going to use count rows table. अभी it's showing me table. Now which in this table, before going ahead with the table, मुझे कुछ ऐसे records चाहिए from the particular column that is feedback. Okay, आपके feedback के column में से I want certain kind of records which contains the keyword recommend. Okay, so in that process जब भी हम लोगों को particular option like extract करना है, तो any idea what kind of a DAX I'm going to include in this?
I can
Okay.
use filter.
Exactly. So here we are going to use the combination of two DAGs over here. One is count rows and the other filter. So I'm going to write down over here filter. What I'm going to do the filter. So यहाँ पे if you can see, he is helping you. Okay, Power BI is helping you itself for giving writing the syntax. Okay, तो यहाँ पे जब आपका है filter table. Now what is your table name? Details extracted. So I'm gonna write details extracted data. This is my टेबल नेम. अब मुझे फिल्टर क्या करना है? सो before directly filtering the data, I am going to use one more DAX over here, that is contain strings. You can see here, ये देखो contains string. Okay, so contain string what you want to contain the string, from where you want within the text. So मुझे ये contain string चाहिए from the table detail, this particular column. So I'm going to select this particular column, and what I want the keyword recommend. So that I'm going to write it in double quotes. So write down over here REC. You need to write down the correct spelling. Okay, make sure. Okay, recommend the data. Okay, now quickly I'll just close the bracket and let's see if it's working. Okay, I'll just quickly take a card or ये count डाल. Okay, it's showing me a recommend count as 17. Okay. Okay, now I'll explain you. So lot many same kind of a DAX. I'm going to take it for lot many keywords so that you are thorough with this. So यहाँ पे अगर आपने देखा जो ये DAX है, it's a combination of three DAX together. One is count rows, filter, and the contain string. Okay, so these are the three things what we are including into this particular uh, DAX. द रीजन इज लाइक पहला तो मुझे ये कंडीशन करना है कि मुझे उसका काउंट रोज करना है, देन मुझे उसको फिल्टर भी करना है, मुझे वो डेटा निकालना है जो कि फीडबैक कॉलम में रिकमेंड कहता है. ओके, so this is what I want to do it in my this particular DAX. So that's the reason I'm writing three DAX for this. Okay, this is the reason what I'm doing it over here. Okay, so if you want you can change the name over here. Just a moment. So I'll just put it recommend. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I got a count over here. That is the recommend count. Okay, now I'll quickly come up over here. I don't want a DAX. अभी मुझे एक ऐसा DAX क्रिएट करना है जो कि प्राइस रिलेटेड काउंट दे मुझे. ठीक है. Now you are going to help me to write the same kind of a tag but price related. Okay, I'm giving a name to my DAX. Sorry, price related count. Okay, so so what I'm going to write first, tell me. Same DAX है. क्या किया था पहले, मैंने कौन सा DAX यूज किया था? Any one
Count.
of you? Count rows, exactly. So I'm going to use count rows first, and then here I'm going to put a table. But यहाँ पे मेरा option is different. I want to fetch out the keyword, so I'm going to use a filter option over here. ठीक है? Filter में I'm going to add my table. My table name is details extracted. Okay, I got this particular record. Now I'm going to use the next tab that is contains string. कहाँ से string लेना है आपको? आपको सेम टेबल के फीडबैक ऑप्शन में से लेना है. So I'm going to select feedback over here and then I'm going to fetch the details. क्या मुझे लेना है? I want to take price related. Okay, in this otherwise you can write price, but I have found a keyword over here which gives the data in terms of or reduce keyword भी है उसमें. Okay, that I'll show you later on, but first I'll write down price. Okay, so price related data. See, if I'm getting price, I'm getting a different kind of DAXs over here. Okay, but I want to fetch a keyword, so that is important that you need to write it in double quotes. Okay, so let's get through the measure now. Okay, so price related, there are two counts over here. Okay, so I'll just keep this quickly in the corner. So these are price related. Okay, fine. I'll quickly the next one. Okay, now instead of price मैंने एक ऐसा कीवर्ड भी काफी देखा. It's like you need to, there was a reduce keyword. Okay, so same kind of a DAX I'm going to write it over here. I'll quickly write down new measure. Let's see what they are asking about the reduction thing. Okay, so yeah, it's very simple. What you need to write, tell me. क्या start करेंगे हम लोग? Again count rows. Okay,
Count rows.
count rows, exactly. So you need to give the table name, that is details extracted, and then यहाँ पे particular thing we need to do something over here, that is you need to, oh sorry, okay, you need to get this particular from the table, but just a moment, I have forgot to write down. Filter. Okay, filter करके we are going to take this particular table and मुझे क्या filter करना है? I want to again contain string over here, and here you are going to tell me what keyword I'm going to put it. What keyword I should put?
Reduction.
Okay, I'll put reduce. Let's see. I'm getting any such kind of records. Okay. Okay, there are two records with the reduction kind of keyword as well. Okay, so this is what how we can fetch out some kind of records over here. Okay, now there was a keyword where I went on with like a particular keyword like work together. ऐसा कुछ उन्होंने like feedbacks दिए थे कि let's work together. So it's simple. Similar kind of DAX you are going to write it. Okay. So instead of reduction, I'll write down here I'll just remove this reduction because reduction and price are similar. Okay, एक work together करके or they have said something. So again similar kind of thing. Count rows. Okay, for this work together kind of keyword. Okay, quickly you're going to write it on your Power BI and send me in the chat. Now I'm not going to write it. Because two example I have already done in front of you. Quickly write it in the chat. First, if you want, you can write it spelling. Ignore the spelling mistake. Quickly write down that DAX and show me for the work together keyword. If you
Which
want,
word we are searching, Nancy?
sorry,
Working. We are trying to fetch for which word? Working together.
work together. Yeah. If you want, I'm showing you the data over here. I won't show you the column. Okay. So this is your table name. See, this is your table name, and this feedback is your column name. Now just try it once. Okay, I have given you the column name and the table name. Just try out once. Done?
Nancy, one second, I'm just typing it.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can just copy that and put it
Yeah.
here.
What is it?
Okay. Controls filter details. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. The most important thing you forgot. That's the reason today I took a practice of yours. The most important. So this is incorrect if I'll tell you. Just ignore the syntax, but the DAX, whatever DAX we have used, that are not included here. See one second. What is missing? Divya, what is missing? Check it.
Nancy, can you
Exactly.
please check once?
Yeah, Arpita, tell me.
No, I was saying, can you please check once?
Yeah, checking that. Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. So Divya, one thing is missing over here, that is count string you have not added into that. So that's the reason today I asked you to write down the DAX. So got it. So these are the three things what you need to get it to fetch that particular record. Arpita, yours is correct. Good.
Okay.
So this is what DAX is like. I just wanted you to go ahead with certain kind of thing. It's like DAX jitne simple dikhte hai. It's like when you start writing that, if you miss something, it's not going to give you a correct set of records. So कहाँ आप उसको use कर रहे हो, किस combination में use कर रहे हो, that is most important thing you should find out. Okay, so this is what something is missing over here. Like when we are pulling out some records for work together. Okay, so this is what we need to go ahead over here. It's very simple. Again, count rows. Sorry. So here, instead of table, I'm going to filter that first. So filter me, I'm going to take my table, that's details extracted. Okay, now suppose, okay, suppose मुझे यहाँ पे, if I want something over here, that I want a record that does not contain the word work together, तो हम कैसे use करेंगे इसको? I'll show you an idea over here. You just have to write a particular function not. तो क्या not? Just not डाल दोगे and then it's going to give you a records which does not contain a word work together. Okay, now the table name similar. Just a minute. It's not giving me the record. Okay, actually, okay, I'll write down once again. Okay, first I'll write down with a particular work together wala will just go ahead, then you'll understand the difference. Okay, so filter the particular table. Here I'm not using a not, I'll just put contain string. Work together, sorry. Okay, so there is only one. Now, similar kind of thing I'm going to write down, but here in contain string, okay, before writing contain string, I'm going to add not and see what is happening. Yeah. Okay, so here I told you before putting that, here I'm trying to put not and see what's happening. Okay. Now if you can see, these are giving me some kind of a records which does not contain the keyword not together. Okay. ये हम कहाँ पे use कर सकते particular concept when I want to use like particular HCPs जहाँ पे मुझे दिखाना है कुछ इंटरेस्टेड है कुछ नहीं इंटरेस्टेड है. ठीक है. अभी अगर नहीं इंटरेस्टेड है, अभी I'll show you an example for this. Okay. Now ये एक हो गया एग्जाम्पल जहां पे we can use along with the not together. Okay. Now I'll show you some kind of HCPs. हम लोग दो ऐसे DAGs बनाते हैं, one is interested and the other is not interested. I'll show you the difference behind that. I'll click on new measure. Now let's pull out some records with the interest kind of keyword. So I'll just put it here. Interested HCP. So yes, same kind of thing. I'm going to use it. Count rows. Okay, what I need to control, so that I need to decide over here. That is, first we need to go ahead for the filter, and then क्या filter करना है आपको, the table name, this, and then comma, and here I'm not using contain string. Okay, contain string, and then this is my feedback column. Okay, and then मुझे क्या pull out करना है, interested. So I'll just put interest keyword. I'll just quickly move it. Okay, so this is something which is going to give me interested HCP. Okay, so I got 40 people who are interested HCP. Okay, interested HCP. Now, if I I'll try to pull out the records now. I'll just show you that. I click on new measure over here. Similar kind of, ठीक है? इसको ही मैंने copy किया. I'm putting a new record. नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. नो, नॉट के लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे, सिर्फ यहाँ पे नॉट का फंक्शन लगा देंगे. रेस्ट एवरीथिंग यू आर गोइंग टू कीप इट सिमिलर. So these are my not interested kind of HCPs. Okay, I'll just pull out the records over here. These are my not interested. Okay, अब मुझे एक ऐसे counts आए हैं, if you can see over here, कि some are kind of accounts like I'll take an academic status over here in a table. I'll pull out interested. Sorry, interested. See if I'm getting yes, and not interested. Where is my not interested? Okay, fine. So if you can see, आपके database में ऐसा कोई भी column नहीं है which is going to give you correct kind of record. Okay, तो ये particular feedback में से मैंने दो categories pull out किए. One is interested and the other is non-interested. Okay, now let's focus something on the non-interested. Okay, so not interested, अगर मैं ये DAX, एक और एक DAX I'm writing in front of you. Okay, so I'm just writing a DAX over here. See, this interested keyword ka same kind of DAX I'm writing. So I'm writing a new DAX over here. I'll give a name to this DAX as test. Okay, this is just a test. So test. Okay, fine. I won't put anything. Test. Okay. So in this मैंने interested के जगह पे अगर मैं not को हटा दूँ, I'm just pulling out certain kind of record similar. Not नहीं लगा रही हूँ यहाँ पे. Instead of interested I'm writing not interested. Okay, just वो कीवर्ड मैंने डाल दिया. Let's see if I'm getting a correct record. So let's take out that test. Okay, this is mine. See if it's giving me a similar. Okay, so it's showing me not interested is to count. Okay, and if I put this वाला keyword जो हम लोगों ने not use करके किया था, this वाला, तो इट्स गिविंग मी अ डिफरेंट काउंट. ये देखो, अभी ये देखो, नॉट इंटरेस्टेड ये वाला मुझे बता रहा है कि 2 ही है, एंड ये वाला मुझे बता रहा है 122 है. ओके, द रीजन आई टेल यू व्हाई देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. एनी वन ऑफ यू कैन यू टेल मी क्यों डिफरेंस है वहां पे? इज दिस ओनली डैक्स which is responsible for that?
The last one, which is mentioned as not interested in string, so that
Exactly.
will search in that feedback whether it is
Mm-hmm.
mentioned as not interested.
Mm-hmm.
But the DAX one, which we have mentioned as not, and then
Mm-hmm.
we have started count string, that
Mm-hmm.
will check the interested part in the feedback column, and then
Mm-hmm.
it will negate it using that not function.
Exactly, exactly. So understood, there is two difference behind this same kind of scenario. See, DAX you can write it in any kind of way. DAX लिखने के बहुत way है, but वो आपके रिपोर्ट में कितनी applicable है, that is more important. You should go ahead with that. Okay. So यहाँ पे I thought of like अगर मैं not interested सिर्फ कीवर्ड सर्च करूँ तो मेरे पास दो ही काउंट आते हैं. बट अगर मैं उनको डिवाइड करूं इंटरेस्टेड एंड नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, अगर मैं उसको नेगेशन में कर दूं इंटरेस्टेड के, सो ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना एचसीपी. इट्स लाइक दे आर नॉट मेंशनिंग दैट कीवर्ड कि मैं इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हूं, ऐसा मेंशन नहीं कर रहे वो कीवर्ड. They are not mentioning, maybe the point is something different. So before presenting this particular scenario to your client itself, you should be like capable enough, and you should be assuring that you explain to the client कि मैंने ये not interested इस तरीके के इस वे में pull out किए हैं. Okay, you need to explain your count. ये interested and not interested को मैंने इस तरीके से find out किया. Now in the same scenario price related, okay, if I talk something about price related, तो उसमें क्या हो जाता है कि कुछ कस्टमर्स है प्राइस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं बात कर रहे हैं प्राइस के बारे. इट डजंट मीन दैट दे आर नॉट टॉकिंग समथिंग अबाउट एल्स इनटू दिस सिनेरियो. So there may be a possibility some are talking about the price and some are not talking about the price. तो यहाँ पे मैं no price नहीं डालूंगी कीवर्ड. I'm quickly going to just negate to this particular thing, and which are going to give me the count of non price related kind of issues. Okay, so it's simple. You're just going to take up the same kind of DAX. I'll put a new over here. Okay, so I'm just putting it not price related. Okay, now there's a task for you. ये same DAX मैं आपको दे रही हूँ. So tell me how I'm going to make it negative and show me. I'm sending you that in the chat. मुझे quickly उसको negate करके बताओ. Not price related count कैसे करेंगे आप उसको?
We can just put a not function before count string.
Exactly. So we are just directly going to put a not function over there, and we are going to get the records. Okay. So write down and show me.
I had sent them. So
I did not see. Okay, sorry.
I
Okay, got it. Let's test what you have written now. Okay, I'm just putting that same thing in my DAX. Okay, okay. So here I'm putting the similar kind of thing what you have given to me. Okay, let's see if it's working or not. Okay. So this is not related to price. Okay. So here I'm putting out the records what you have given me. Okay, so it's giving me not related 160. Okay, fine. So here I'm going to put it in this the price related and the not interested price related. Okay, see what kind of things we are getting over here. Okay. Okay, now if you can see in my table over here, so there are certain kind of academic status जहाँ पे मैं ये categorize कर सकती हूँ कि कितने interested थे, कितने not interested थे, कितने price related थे and कितने non price related थे. So this is how I can go ahead and categorize. So okay, so there are two ways of doing that. Otherwise you need to put a keyword. लेकिन जैसे कि if you have seen over here that the feedback related column which was given by the client, that wasn't stable or that wasn't that much correct. Even the client was not aware कि इसमें से हम क्या fetch out कर सकते हैं. So these are all test kind of parts, like how we as a business intelligence developer could analyze that further and come up with the resolution. Okay, so this is what I just wanted to show you, like different way of doing the prices. Okay, sorry, the different way of doing the DAX, similar kind of DAX, but the approaches are different. So you need to be like very sure. आपको हमेशा समझ में आना चाहिए कि कहाँ पे आप उसको फ्लक्चुएट करोगे, कौन सा डैक्स कहाँ आपके रिपोर्ट में इफेक्टिव है. So that is what you have to think before making the report. Okay, now I'll just start up with a new kind of a concept with you. That is, I'm going to show you a new DAX which is going to help you to fetch out the duplicates of the records. Okay. Now, duplicates of the records in the sense, जब भी आपके records है, तो records को अगर if you want to pull out the duplicates, एक way out मैंने आपको दिखाया था कि we can do it using a length. Okay, but still that is not that much perfect way of counting out the duplicates. So ek DAX what I'm going to show you is how we can count the duplicates of that. Okay, I'll quickly start with that. I'll pull out a new report. Okay, so let's start up. Okay, so this DAX is slightly thoda big. Okay, but very important DAX. जो what you will hardly find on like on the social platforms as well. क्योंकि there are way many ways of writing the DAX, but उसको implement करना is not that easy. So this is what DAX I always keep it with me so that कभी मुझे जरूरत पड़ती है ये particular DAX की, so I can help you out. So अभी तक जितने भी हम लोगों ने सेशंस लिए, whatever DAX we have covered, so obviously I'm going to put it into one place and going to send you so that it's helpful to you as well. Okay, now duplicates. Okay, I'll just come up over duplicates here. पहले I'll just show you the records. Okay, so TDS. Okay, TDS is something. Just a moment. So TDS से हम लोगों को फीडबैक का लेंथ पता पड़ता है. So I'm gonna take here a place where I'm going to write name of the HCP, feedback, उन्होंने जो फीडबैक दिया है वो, and then the TDS part. Okay, कितना उसका कितना लेंदी है. Okay, so this is what I can pull out. I'll quickly change the values. Okay, now I think it's visible. Okay, now that's fine. It's visible properly. And this reduce. Okay, fine. So these are certain kind of records which are the name of the HCP's feedbacks and the count, like how much lengthy it is. Okay, if I try to filter out over here, so I get certain kind of records. If you can see here, okay, so these are certain kind of records. Okay, now let's quickly jump on to the duplicates kind of an entries, like how we can go ahead and find out the duplicates. Okay, so for that I'll be writing a DAX for you, that is new measure. Okay, is DAX may I'm going to teach you how we write down the variable. Okay, variable, it's like DAX में हम variable use करते हैं most of the time. The reason why exactly we use the variable, it's like whenever we want to store any kind of calculations या any kind of measure या particular set of calculations या particular set of things which we want to use it every time into the different kind of DAX. So in that place we use a variable. So variable is nothing but it's a kind of a container, a type of a container जहाँ पे आप बहुत मतलब कुछ भी store करके रख सकते हो. It's like whenever you want to use it, you need not have to write a whole set of calculations again. आप just उस variable को call करो and it would be helpful in your place. So whenever you want to use those variables into other DAX, so you can use it. So that's the reason we prefer writing the variable. Okay. Now, यहाँ पे I'm going to write down a variable for you. That is, sorry. So variable, what I'm going to write a variable. So for writing a variable, you need to write a keyword where. Okay. So just a moment. Okay, where is my variable? So here I'm writing, just a moment. Okay. So where is my variable? Where, so whenever you're writing a variable, it starts with the keyword where. So where, and then I'm going to write a variable ka name, जो भी variable का particular name है, that is what I'm going to write it. Okay, so variable feedback. तो मैंने एक variable का नाम लिया, that is variable feedback. Okay, so here, ओके, सो यहाँ पे जब भी आप ये लेते हो, इट्स लाइक whenever you're taking a variable a feedback. Okay, so when I'm putting this bracket, it means it's giving me certain kind of things. Okay, so कुछ चीजें इन्होंने मुझे दिखाई है यहाँ पे. So can you tell me what all are these things into the
These
system?
are the created measures.
Exactly, exactly. So these are the created measures what are supposed to be used into the particular DAX. तो ये DAX को create करने के लिए मुझे ये particular measures use करने हैं. Now I am not require, like I don't need any kind of measures over here. Okay, but I want the list of the feedbacks value. Okay, मुझे एक measure ऐसा चाहिए कि जो कि मुझे list of the feedbacks देगा. Okay, now I'll just quickly close it. So before that, before creating this, मुझे एक list of ये दिखाना पड़ेगा. जस्ट अ मोमेंट. Okay, is it okay for you to take a long DAX, or you want me to connect that? Wait, just give me 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, like before writing the duplicate values into this, okay. So, I just thought of waiting because for creating this list of feedback also there is a big DAX what I need to teach you first. So, I'm just planning to take it later on because it's slightly complicated. Okay, just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so one way is like you can pull out from the TDS count. Okay, the other one is writing a DAX. So I'm going to help you out with this particular DAX as well, but it's slightly difficult, uh, like to catch up for this particular concept right now. So before this, I'll just take up some other DAX into that. Okay, so so this is what we have like understood how we can go ahead with the particular keywords kind of a concept. Okay, कि किस तरीके से हम लोग keywords को use करके we can pull out the records from the particular database. Okay, so just give me 2 seconds. Okay, now there are certain kind of feedback types जो हम लोगों ने pull out किए थे. If you can see over here, there were certain kind of types like now here I'm going to take a place over here, that is okay. If you can see, that is AMS and CME. Okay, now in this particular feedback, okay, in this particular column of feedback, now you are going to give me two kind of DAX. एक DAX वो जो कि मुझे CME के records pull out करके देगा, and one is a DAX which is going to give me AMS के records. Okay, I'm quickly writing down that in the chat. I'm taking this practice because before starting up with a critical DAX of duplicate, you should be familiar with this particular thing. I'm writing down. एक मुझे कीवर्ड चाहिए AMS and the other one I want is CME. So same है, the same kind of table you are going to use, that is details, data details one, and the column name is feedback. Okay, quickly give me the DAX for that, both of them. Now the speed should be more. Okay,
Nancy, we want the count of the feedbacks or
count, count is fine. Yeah. Okay, counters filter details extracted. Okay,
can we use OR function?
check
I
it.
mean,
Try it.
Okay, I have sent that odd one as well. I mean,
Let's see in front of you itself, okay? Let's see if it's working.
have you shared your screen?
It's not shared?
No.
Just a moment. Yeah, I'll share it again. Sorry. I thought it's shared. Okay. It's visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I'll quickly create a new measure. No, it's giving me the error.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. So let's write down the same kind of format that you have written. Okay. Count rows,
Filter, then the
filter,
table name,
the table name. Okay.
then comma, uh, that count string,
Contain string.
sorry,
Okay.
contain string, then again the
Table
table
again.
name dot the column name,
Hmm.
then comma AMS in double quote,
Very good.
or
And here you were saying or, right?
yeah.
See, now when I'm writing or over here, okay, it's not giving me automatically kind of thing. Okay. See, the
Mm-hmm.
auto thing is not enabled over here. So that means
Mm-hmm.
something is wrong, right? See,
Yes.
I'm getting an error over there. The red mark is there. So that means this is not applicable. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
what is the other way we can do it? Yes, we can do it in or option over here. How we can do it? Tell me.
Mm, maybe we can write once for this one, then closing it, then or, then again the entire DAX
Okay.
again.
I'll try out this thing if you want. Okay. Still or is not there. See.
Okay.
A homework for you. I'll give you the data set, a similar kind of data set, and then you are going to try it. I have the resolution for this, how you can put a or into this.
Hmm.
But I want you to try it on this particular thing. So I'll be giving you a similar kind of data set today. So where you can test on this particular concept, like how you can include or also into this, okay? And see if it's working or not. That also you need to see, okay?
Yeah.
And let me see if the other one has sent me what she has given me. Okay. Uh, Fine. So for accepting this or one, okay, it's something very simple. What you need to add it into this particular thing, और वो accept करेगा या नहीं करेगा filter, that also you need to try it yourself. So आज मैं आपको एक data set देती हूँ इसके ऊपर, and today your task would be how you are going to implement or into this. Implement होगा या नहीं होगा, that also you need to try it, and tomorrow I'm going to give you the answer for this. One day I'll ask you to work on this, okay, so that you can think how the DAX works on this particular keywords.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll quickly go through with one kind of thing. I'll show you. Okay. Okay, so variable is something jahan pe it's like whenever you want to store something. I'll just quickly give you an overview for that as well. Variable वो concept होता है jahan pe आपको particular calculations. Okay, this is, I'm taking a revision once again, because on the next session I'm going to start on a like and DAX, which is important, that is finding out the duplicates. But before writing the DAX, I need to create one more DAX, that is, which includes different kind of variables into that. So before that, before we start on that particular session, so it is like a kind of variable is something जहाँ पे आपको कुछ कैलकुलेशंस, पर्टिकुलर कैलकुलेशंस या कोई वर्किंग्स आपको जो हमेशा लग रहे हैं, so that you want to do it, and you want to use it in other DAX. So in that case you write it into the variable, and ये variable को आप next इसमें use कर सकते हैं, like कोई upcoming DAX है उसमें भी use कर सकते हैं. And the other important concept of a measure is like, जब आपको कोई measure वापस किसी मेजर में यूज करना है, सो दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन डू इट. सो समटाइम्स इस केस में क्या होता है, मेजर ऑल्सो प्लेज अ रोल ऑफ अ वेरिएबल. तो मेजर भी एक ऐसा कंसेप्ट है विच कैन प्ले अ रोल ऑफ अ वेरिएबल, तो वो भी आप कंसेप्ट यूज कर सकते हो. द अदर कंसेप्ट इज लाइक क्रिएटिंग द वेरिएबल्स. बट द डिफरेंस बिहाइंड लाइक बिटवीन दोस टू कंसेप्ट इज लाइक, एक वेरिएबल में whenever you're going to create a variable you put a that particular variable into that. Okay, but जब आप measure create करते हो you can put many variables into that. So that is the difference between both of them. Approaches are similar. So आप एक मेजर को दूसरे मेजर में यूज कर सकते हो, आप एक वेरिएबल को दूसरे मेजर्स में भी यूज कर सकते हो. तो दोनों भी कंसेप्ट आर सिमिलर, लेकिन द डिफरेंस इज लाइक इन अ न्यू मेजर. ओके, एक मेजर में आप बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स पुट अप कर सकते हो. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम. सो मेजर इज नथिंग बट अगेन इट आल्सो सर्व्स एज अ प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ वेरिएबल. ठीक है, वो भी परफॉर्मेंस करता है. इट्स लाइक इट स्टोर्स सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ कैलकुलेशंस इनटू पर्टिकुलर दीस थिंग्स, and then you can use it into the later on variables. तो ये भी एक option है what you can go ahead into this particular records. Now if we can go ahead through the data set again. Okay, so if you have a certain kind of a records which has a date into that. Okay, अगर कोई particular records है जो कि आपको date possess कर रहा है, it's showing you the date kind of particular concepts. Okay, so uh, there is a time intelligence function I have shown you. I don't remember if I had shown you, but let me see how much you remember. Okay, एक ऐसा time related DAX intelligence function, tell me that which can give you dates आपको दिखा सकता है. So that I just wanted to cover today. Any idea?
Like that UTC get date.
No, I want particular dates into that. कैसे यूज करेंगे हम लोग? Okay, I'll be showing you that very important DAX function. Okay, ये बहुत important DAX function है. I have used in one of the report and I have shown you, but once again I'll show you because ये एक function ऐसा है. Because why it is important I'm telling you, क्योंकि कभी कभी कुछ DAX, mostly time intelligence DAX ऐसे होते हैं which won't help you into creation of any kind of, just a moment, which won't help you in creation of any kind of DAX. वो आपको help नहीं कर सकते because they need the continuous things. Okay, I'll just quickly show you this. Okay, transform. Okay, I'll show you from here. Okay, now we can see over here new table. Okay, so this is a DAX, a kind of a DAX I wanted to show you, that if you want to put a particular kind of calendar into this, okay, how you are going to put it. I'm just putting 2015. This is again your, remember this, we have done it once. So see, if you can see over here, it's showing you year, month, and day. That is what you need to include into this. Like if I put 2015, and if I put a month 12, and I'll put a date 31st. Okay, so I want the records till that particular week. Okay, necessary. See what we are getting over here. Okay, now can you see over here what we have created? There's a table over here. Actually, we are supposed to give it to calendar. Okay, so this is again a time intelligence kind of a function जहाँ पे mostly आप use करते हो इसको particular in a table. एक table में आप उसको use कर सकते हो. So in this way you can create a particular calendar and you can get the details over here. इसको आप analyze करके in the various ways you can convert that into months, years. So like that also you can do it. So that is one thing you can do it into this. इसका फॉर्मेट चेंज कर सकते हो, इसका डेटा टाइप चेंज कर सकते हो. सो आई want you today, I'm going to give you a data where you're going to get a feedback. So your assignment is going to, you need to fetch any kind of 5 records into that using the DAX we have used. Okay, कोई भी उस particular feedback में से any 5 thing you need to extract, put it in your report. And the second thing, you need to create a calendar table today. और जैसे ये फॉर्मेट है, पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मेट है, आई वॉन्ट यू टू डिवाइड दैट इनटू मंथ, ईयर एंड द डेट. इसको डिवाइड करके वो आप this keep it like that only if you want. So I want more 3 columns to be added into this. So research on this, how you're going to do it, year, month, and the date, you need to add it over here. So these are the 2 tasks you're going to do it in today's session so that we can proceed in the next one. Okay, so understood what 2 things you're going to do? You're going to get a database where you need to extract the data using the DAX what we have created today. ठीक है, वो DAX को use करके आप वो data को extract करोगे, वो categories को extract करोगे, and then you're going to create a calendar table. In that you need to put some dates and उसको आप divide करोगे year, month and the day. Okay, and then you need to show me in that table. All right. So in the next session, we'll start with the duplicates part of a thing, and how we can write a big DAX on that particular using a variable. So introduction part of a variable is done today. Today we'll see how it's going to be implemented. Okay. Sorry, tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay.